Hey guys, Lonereddy here, and in this tutorial I'll teach you how to create this little image right here. Oh, just wanted to apologize for not posting things up so quickly, just that I've been busy the last couple of weeks, so sorry about that, and hopefully I'll be quicker next time in creating these, or posting them up. Alright, so let's get started. We'll go up to File, and create a new one, or you can hit Control N. And we'll leave the dimensions. You can use them as you want. You could put them as your monitor screen resolution, or you can use custom settings just as long as you're able to fit in what we're about to do. It's up to you. So we'll create a new one, and as you can see, white canvas, possibilities, endless. Right. So let's come over here to the background, and we'll double click it and unlock it. Or you can click this icon here and double click it twice, and we'll create a layer out of it. Hit OK. We'll double click again to bring up the blending options, layer style. Now we'll come down here to gradient overlay, and we'll choose black and green gradient. Now for this specific gradient, I'm going to be using a black and a very dark green. If you want to use this exact green, color code's right here. Just copy that down, and once you've done that, you're going to hit OK. Now you can do something else with this. Instead of every time looking for this color every time you open it up, you can just create a new gradient as seen over here. It's a gradient preset and very simple to do. Just put a name down here like, I don't know, green and black. And just create a new one right here. And look, here we go, green and black. Since I've already done that, there's no need for me to make another one. Just a quick little hint there, or tip. Alright, now that's done, we're gonna hit OK. And we'll come down here to style and we'll change that to radial. And see how it turned out green and then black in the middle? We don't want that. We want the opposite. So we'll come over here and check reverse, and that'll change it. Now it's green in the middle and black on the outside. Once that's done, hit OK. Now we're going to create a new layer by either creating a new layer over here, or you can come down here to this little, just below the little layers palette, and just click this button, and that'll create a new layer. Making sure that it's black and white. You're going to come up here to filter, and we'll go down to render, clouds. I'll come back up to render, and we're going to render different clouds. Now, if you like what you see here, like immediately after you've pressed the button, after you've rendered the layer, you can just leave it as it is, or you can hit Control F to render more. And you can choose which one you like. Oh, I like this one right here. So just choose what you want, and that's it. When you get something you like, leave it as it is, and go on to the next step. So you're going to come back to filter, and you're going to come down to distort, and you're going to use polar coordinates. Now you're going to have rectangular to polar here, and 100% zoom. More than that looks, we don't want that, we want 100%. Rectangular to polar, and we'll hit OK. Now what that creates is a little sort of circle around it. And now we have one of two options. You can either erase this part right here using the eraser tool, and using a soft edge brush, not a hard edge brush, because then that leaves it rather, that doesn't leave it as we want it, so to speak. So you can either erase it, as I'm doing here, just erase the outer parts. We want the circle, not these outer parts. Or you can just leave it as it is, and just apply, and just change this little blending option here to overlay without erasing at all. So you can either erase it or not erase it. It's up to you. So we'll hit that, and what this does, it just creates this part of what we want here. Now, thing is, see this little middle right here? The middle part right here. There are two choices you can do. You can either leave it as it is, or you can erase it to create a little bit of a nice effect there. But I'll just leave it as it was. For now, anyway. So now, we'll move on. I'm going to come over here to text tool, and we're going to write something. In this case, I'll be using a font called Creator Campa Type, and I'll post a link to this font later on. I'm gonna increase the size over a bit to 250. Pretty small text, so then type something in. Make sure it's white. You can just come over here and change that. That way we're able to see things. You can see that creates that text right there. Now, the thing about this text is, for example, the R, if it's uppercase, it'll come up with this, and if it's lowercase, it'll pop up like this with a little halo around it. Now, certain letters like W, that's uppercase, lowercase, T. Some letters will pop up like that, and some letters won't. Yeah, I'm just testing things out, seeing which ones is which. For example, M. No, not M. But whatever. See? Some of them will pop up with a little halo in the middle. And it's actually pretty cool. As you can see here, we use that halo in the original here. That's what we're trying to accomplish. So make sure that it's lowercase. You can make everything lowercase, you can just make one letter lowercase. Such as the R or whatever letter you're gonna use. You can also look it up in the download section, but just a quick heads up about that. Now that that's done, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna double click it to bring up the layer styles again. We're gonna do a drop shadow here. That'll be the first thing we apply. The distance, however, oh, my bad. The distance will be 22. Oops, sorry about that. Distance will be 22. The spread will be 34. And the size will be 8. What that does is create a little, as the name states, drop shadow. As you can see down there. My computer's slow. You can see down there how I created a little shadow right underneath the other layer. Now that's done, we're going to add an outer glow. We're going to leave it as a yellow. And we'll increase the spread to 5. And the size to 24. You can see that creates a very, very bright little text to layer there. Very nice. Now we'll create an inner glow. We'll change this again to yellow. As soon as you click it right here, just leave it as it is and move it all the way over to yellow. Just all the way to the very top. And we'll apply almost the same thing. Instead, we'll make the size 15 and we'll leave the choke at 0 for now. And you can see there, again, very bright. That's what we want right now. And now we'll apply a stroke. As you can see, that creates a little stroke around it. We'll leave the size, however, at 1, and we'll change the color to any green, any dark green color, like that one, as long as it's not too bright. About there. You can also change the size. I mean, you can make it 3px, something like that. 5 if you want, though. After 5 though, it looks a little sloppy after 5. But again, it's up to you. You can just choose whatever you want to do. So now we'll hit OK. We'll create 3 more layers. 1, 2, 3. You can do it over here, or you can create a new layer over here, but I find this way is faster. Now on layer 4, we're going to hit the text tool again, and we're going to create the same font, but this time let's change the color to black. And again, lowercase, so that way it fits right in. Now we're going to click over here the move tool, or you can just press V, and you can outline it, and look, pops out like that. And what we want to do is going to create it so that way the bottom text layer that we just made sort of resembles as kind of drop shadow again, or kind of like 3D effect. You can see right there. You can move it. You can press the arrow keys as well to move it around a bit more closely. You can see they're positioning it.